Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Woodville here in Cities Skylines, where last episode we built our very first passenger airport within the city or town or village. Well, I don't think it's no longer a village anymore, you can't call it Woodville. But guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to take advantage of the brand new placement of our airport and slowly go on to build a little bit more touristy stuff around the airport to attract more peeps, make some more money, and hopefully build this beautiful paradise that we all have known to come and love, which is Woodville. So if you guys do enjoy this and want to see more in the future, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new in here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. But we are back. We are back. And this is what we added in. I freaking love it. It's such a... I found out, I was trying to figure out what this was called. I kept calling it a tabletop. It's a plateau. There we go, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. It wasn't until I read the comment section I was like, oh my goodness me, I couldn't figure out what this name of this piece of land was. On top of a plateau, and then someone says, just call it a reverse valley, which I found hilarious too. We got the deaths on the go, guys. There's deaths everywhere. There seems to be deaths in everything I do on City Skyline recently. There seems to be deaths freaking everywhere. But let me take that death care anyway. Wow. So it's not as bad as I thought, but I will place a few additional dotted around right now. We're squeezing one there. There's a little bit of a dead patch there. Get it? Now squeezing one there too, just to kind of give a little bit of oomph around this area, but leave it like that. So what do I want to add up here? Well, before I talk about that, I kind of been looking at, let me get rid of this. This road coming all the way down. Don't you think it would be kind of ideal if this road connected all the way down to here as well? Which I thought that would be pretty good. Would I make it connect, like go all the way down to there to connect down to this road, like it came up and bent, and then that was a turn-off point? Or would it come directly off this, and that came in more solid? I think that's probably the way to go. I'm going to do that first, but anyway, guys, anyway, what kind of road is this? I've got a bunch of different stuff that I do want to add in to this area. It's this road here. I want to add in the luxury hotel. I want to go through all the kind of unique buildings that we kind of have to hand and pretty much play around with them. So let me pause. And actually, I don't need to pause. Let me kind of delete that. And let me bring this road all the way out right now. So if it kind of gets matched up to here. So if I bring this down a bit more and delete back by a tad as well. And then 7 by 7 on the old bend there. To pretty much go straight. That leads all the way up. For now, I'll leave that as a little T-junction. Where you get your delicious cup of... No, I'm just joking. I say delicious cup of tea. Leave it like that and just keep it kind of basic. And it kind of opens up this whole plateaued area right now for zoning and whatnot, which is really exciting. So, this is the kind of stuff that I want to add in. I was kind of looking through it. We got stuff like the luxury hotel. Sounds ideal around this. But to add that in, I need a little bit more going on. We then have a few little kind of like statues and whatnot, which are pretty cool. In this one, there is really only left the life and death fountain. They're not ideal, but they are a way to bring in more tourists. The class of offices just kind of bulk up the area a bit more. Again, a few more parks and stuff like that. We have the Opera House, another tourist attraction right there. We have the business park, not quite so much a tourist attraction. These are for water. We have the castle, which we could get in. I have then stuff like the Science Center, the Expo Center. We have the Aquarium and the garden place. I can't pronounce that name. And the observation tower. These are all good little stuff that we could implement in to create a luxurious tourist area. Now, I don't really have any public transport. I could integrate and add in an additional stop for this subway line ticking along here, which would be a good shout. But I feel like I do want to create it quite touristy. So I'm thinking, should we get set up maybe a tram little loop just kind of going around this area to and from the Robin Hood Park over here? Now, If so, I can do this in two ways. I could either hook it up to the singular road that we currently have, or I can create an additional road. Now, if I did it to my singular road that I've got, basically I can hook up this one. If I anarchied that, like that. Only because we still get to keep the 4-lane kind of system that we have, and I think I'm going to do that, which would be a nice thing. So it's like I can either use the subway stop or not, but I think I still will use a subway stop. It might kind of make some of it a bit redundant, but if I have enough tourist attractions along this singular route, then we shouldn't have any issues. Right, if I anarchied that then to there, and then if I went for a one-way system like what we've got right now, but set this up to have the tram. I mean, I'm quite worried about how this is going to turn out once we get the rush hour traffic coming through. But that creates the loop there for them to turn around and head back on the old tram system. And then this loop around here does the exact same thing for us. So we can turn around and head back on that system. Now, we're kind of missing that little road just here, aren't we? Let me delete you to upgrade you and you. Oh, it's quite difficult, this is, isn't it? This is quite difficult to get this one in. So, bam. Are we in? Are we connected? That didn't feel like we were connected. Right, I'm going to have to anarchy this. Oh, okay, right. Delete, delete. I can't remember how I actually did this before. Right, I'm going to have to delete these corners and get it all back in again. So that is 8. If I went to 5, that should end there. And then these roads technically should bend like this. Right, I know it sticks out a bit too much, but I'm just going to go with that just so it kind of works. No ifs, no buts. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is. So that allows me to have a simple back and forth loop there for trams. Get to the airport or via the subway line to get over here. Nice little tram route all the way down to there. This adds a little bit more to this area as we now start bulking it up. So every time we have a stop, we're going to have something going on within this plateaued area. So if anything then, we kind of need to set it up and have a few little kind of junctions really. So if I go 11 by 11 on each one, because then it means I can create a perfect grid format going along. So if I had that one happen just there, this one come out 11 by 11 here. We've got this little area over here. I'll do another one just here, so 11 by 11. There we go. And then just before the very end, we're doing 11 by an 11 here. Nice. So a couple of little points there that we can capitalize on. Should be pretty sweet. So let's start with this little area over here then. So say if we come out by let's come out by 30. Right, it slowly starts to go downhill a little bit. But with this, we can kind of bulk it up. So I'm gonna also place in stuff like not just the kind of unique buildings that we can, but you know, like stuff like a little bit of commercial. I don't know if I'd do residential up here. I probably might do some offices and whatnot. You know, we're going to see how it plays out. But if I get rid of that one and do a 10 by 10 there, ran this road down a little bit, so it's kind of like on the cliff edge, because some of it is also going to connect up. And if that went all the way down, ooh, that could, ooh, that could almost create a beautiful little loop here. So we'll go to there then. So you get a nice little loop going around, and then we do like little roads that kind of cut off it. So I'll just kind of create a few of my own first. Before then the rest are pretty much going to be defined by the building types and whatnot. So let's take a look at our first couple of buildings then. So I know we got a bunch that we can kind of go through and look at. Right, I feel like we need I want to do the aquarium first. Where's the aquarium at? Here. So a nice big large building. Now if we plan it correctly, I could do cool little stuff like having little car parks and stuff in. But I think for the aquarium, do I kind of, do you know what? Yeah, I do want to create like small little car parks and stuff. So if I came off here with this road to there by 15, upgrade it to... If I do 5 or... Let me do it by 6. I'll upgrade that one as well. But then bulk this one. Bulk that and that. How does that look? Right, if I did that. And then is it possible to squeeze the aquarium in here? Yes. So that kind of sets us up for having a nice little car park. And then some other stuff can be dotted around them. Nice. We'll come back to that in just a moment anyway. So back to the road system. Because I've got to add the parking spaces on. So then if I brought this road down to here, which could technically connect directly that way. But let me see what my next unique building would be. So I could do the Expo Center, which would work really well in this area. So if I use this as a cornerstone here, if I did a 5 by... Okay, actually I'd make it go all the way across. But if I did that to there, and then ran down here by 10, like this, more car parks. And then these little cut inside ones, this type of road to kind of make it all feel inclusive. And then can we squeeze in the little Expo Center? Nice. So it's going to look really weird because you're going to have these really big buildings with all this space kind of lying around. But that's the kind of stuff that you kind of get near an airport. These kind of type of expo buildings and whatnot. Car park started around as well. I fill in all the little gaps and nooks and crannies. It will come together quite nicely. Now, can we incorporate... Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I didn't mean to do that. Can't press undo. Can't press undo right now, Zeniac. What have you done? What have you done? I can't find it. What am I looking for? There it is. The panic right there, boys. The panic set in. So... bring that down by 15, and we'll create a bend here to connect these two up. So again, I'm trying to make everything as flow as much as possible. 6 by 6. Bam. There we go. See, that's quite nice. Kind of flows up and round and in. I like that road. I do. So leave those two just for now, because I want to try and space them out as much as possible. And then I'm going to go for a large 20 by 20 bend here. Bringing that round, and of course we are going to get it try and connected to this. So if I then do another large 20 by 20 bend here, so that is that doesn't really go how I want it to. So actually, if I kind of bring it in, 7 by 7. Oh wait, hang on, have I changed the road type? So get to do a little bit of a wiggle there, which of course on that little line in will bring a little road up here. And if I cut it straight across, not really feeling it too much unless I went to there. And then maybe pinpointed it out to here, where that can bend out and go that way. Yeah. Right, okay, so what am I putting in this area then? So I could do the Science Center, or I could do the garden. Now, we'll do the Science Center. And like all the other ones, if I get that kind of centralized just here on that road. So that was a 10. Bring that out by a 10. We'll quickly get set up now some of our road system. So come out by 5 and up. 5 and up. There we go. Bam, bam. Beautiful little car parks just through them. So let's get this side now pushed up a bit more. And we meet at a 6. Okay, we'll go 6 by 7, that's fine. So here. And if that went straight... well, I can bring it to there. And... it's slightly a bit awkward, this one. I ain't going to get exactly what I want it to do. So if I went for a turn and kind of created my own straight line in many ways, bring that to there, and that kind of bends around just nicely and then tanks all the way along down the side. Alright, good, not bad, not bad. So if we had like a tram stop here, for example, I can then do paths that kind of connect them up a little bit easier. But it's very sprawly at the moment is what we're trying to go with. Now what else can I throw around here that will kind of fit in quite nice? We have the Servicing Services Office, we have the Academic Library. In this one we got the Stadium, which is a good one. We have the Theatre of Wonders, which will probably be my next option. So coming off this road here, to there, and then we'll go back to the standard one here. So if I do a 10 by 10 straight little system here, and if I then go on to create my little roads, my little parking lot, so I do it by 15, bam, bam, there we go. I'm liking this kind of setup because we have. I can put like trees in the middle. That's kind of where I'm going with this. A little Theatre of Wonders just here. Is the sprawl looking a little bit too... I mean, all this dead space in the middle, we're going to zone it anyway. But is the sprawl looking a little bit too over the top right now? Maybe. But I can do a little connection there to connect you up. I could do a... nah, I'm not liking that one. Nah, I keep this quite free. I could almost get one there, but it wouldn't really work. Now, I keep that as it is. Looking pretty good. Got all these little parking lots now all hooked up. Let's go for one more building and we'll start working on this area a bit more. So the Sea and Skyscraper is a good little shout. So this is the kind of thing right now where I need to do more zoning, right? So let's say that I came out here by 3. And then at what point would it match here? 7 by 7. This is where we're now starting to create our little kind of flow of roads. So this could almost connect down to there, but how far would it have to go? 13 by 11. So it's all crisscrossy, all mismatchy. But that's good. That's good, because then like in these little big gaps you can throw down the taller buildings. Where else do we have like a taller building? We have like the, what's this one here? The Servicing building. Oh, way too big. But that doesn't matter because I can dot it like here, for example. And then we've got stuff like there was another big, oh yeah, the Colossal Offices. Okay, that's way too big as well. But it kind of like fills the big gaps that we kind of have. And it's slowly now starting to come together with some stuff. So, for example, when we create these little triangles here, if you think about it like in reality, if I zoned it with all offices, then you get the office workers up here, but it also then creates the tall building effect that we've got going on, which is going to be really exciting. And the fact that we have now this road that goes all the way straight down to there, I think a lot more people are now coming to the airport to drive to the nature reserve just down there, which is quite interesting. Even if I do say so myself. So then we throw in a few more offices to fill in some of these nooks and crannies. This is how we're going to kind of bridge the gap between some of the areas. So let them do what they got to do. It'll take a while for them to get built anyway, just because of the nature of the real-time mod. So what am I now missing in terms of the big boy buildings? We've got all of them just there. So, we've got over here then the Opera House. Again, another good shout for a building to be squeezed in. And I'm thinking I actually fill up a little kind of section just here. So if I make a road go... Is that going to be straight? Right, yeah, as straight as I can make it just here. And then delete back to there. And if I pick this point left and right, just for a quick minute, so I want to see if... Oh, wrong one. Yeah, the opera house would sit there quite nicely. So I won't do any car parking just... nah, it doesn't really feel right. That honestly doesn't feel right, so get rid of that there. Alright, let me see what I can do just here for a second. So if I went for a 5 by 5, 5 by 5... So I went for like a little round area. And what I'm thinking here is, if I move the opera house, you know you get those kind of like beautiful little casinos? And they have like a big rounded entrance? You know what I mean? They have a big circle that you use to kind of get into the area. I could do the kind of the same thing here with this. Okay, you can't really play much with the land that we've got to work with, but just throw something a little bit extra onto it, if you know what I mean. It kind of does. So we've got the business park, which I won't do. These are water-based. We have the castle. All right, the academic library. Oh, we got this one. I always forget. How do you pronounce it? Hold on. Ziggurat? Is it Ziggurat? I don't know how you say it. I don't even know what it is. It's a stair pyramid with plenty of room for different plants. Don't know what it is. I don't think I've ever heard of that in my life. Someone's probably shouting at me going, you damn fool, this is what it is. I do apologise, guys. I'm not very well educated in some of these areas. Right. So if I bring this out then by 5, up by 10. Alright, and we'll try something a little bit different on this one. If I do the big boy roads there, rather than the one that splits down the middle, I want to see how this would look if I put the little garden thing just there. Oh, that's kind of cool as it overlooks the waterfront. How does it make all the other ones feel? Because this one doesn't have it, they don't have it. No, I actually like the different... We've got 3 different types of car parks being built, which is quite cool. So I think we'll go with that. What else are we missing, right? We got the observation tower. Now, I feel like this is something that might need to be kind of close to like the downtown section. Well, not downtown. It's not a downtown area, but like the populous area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some roads up. If I brought that up, where'd that connect? So it's all about now just kind of creating miniature like cul-de-sacs in many ways to kind of fill in the gaps. So you're looking at filling the gaps via zoning, basically. So if I brought... Or this one... So it's a bit funky with all these little roads, but I'm trying to go for a non-natural state. With all of this. And I'll use paths, and that's a bit too close. I'll use paths to kind of get them all like connected in the middle. So we've still got a lot of freedom to move around with. This area needs something additional, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not liking a lot of this. But all the little gaps and nooks and crannies they will kind of fill with paths and stuff. Now the observation tower here is something I'm going to put right on the corner of there. Again, it still kind of looks all the way out of the place, but this tourist hotspot is going to be wonderful. So that's pretty much all done to there. We have then the stadium, which is another important building, which I'll squeeze in. Okay, so we're pushing more down to this area now, aren't we? So I'll bring this road down to here and cut in. If I come up by 5, okay, go to there. 9 by 9 to there. And I think I'll build it just here then. So if I bring this out by 10. Back to the old car parking point. 5 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 5. Bolt that little section out. Little stadium just there. They're quite in sync and quite lined up, aren't they? It's cute. The cathedral thing. I don't know whether to do that. The statue. We do have a central park we could squeeze in. I don't know if that warrants being up around here. I don't think it does. Done all that. The luxury hotel is next. So this is something that we are going to squeeze in around here. But I'm thinking, bring that road kind of slightly... Nah, it's not going to work like that. Again, I want to kind of incorporate a car park. Nah. Nah. Should I just stick it smack bang in the middle like that? That feels a lot better. So what this does, it has, the hotel has a good view of down the valley, as we're going to call it, of this whole little area, which would be pretty sweet. Now, I know this whole place doesn't have any water, doesn't have any power just yet, and they're complaining big time, big styly, but it will come. It will come, guys. Do not worry. Do not worry right now. So, we're going to now bring up the road. So, the road can go straight across to here. And it can actually go straight across to there as well. I'll pick a little spot to there and to there. And then this middle one. So, this is where we're now creating our little grids. A few little grids to enable us to be able to bulk up a lot of the zoning that we're going to have thrown in within this area. That can go straight over to there. Some areas will keep open and plant down trees and stuff like that. This will take place at 10 by 10. Which could go and lead... Right, that's to there. That's a 5 So if I do a 15... Ooh, no, it's a 7. Right, delete that bit. 7. Okay, we'll do 7 by 6 because the 7 by 7 doesn't really quite work out too well. So I'm trying my best to kind of like integrate a lot of things. It might not work out for most part. Well, at least we can try. And if I go there. There. Nice. Right. So, the last thing I want to do then before we get all the power up and running, because this will be a work in progress. We'll do what we do today and then it will just kind of grow as we see if it works or not. It probably will. It probably won't, but we'll kind of give it a good shot. I just want to get in the little crossing area and the paths to get to and from this big little section that is not connected at the moment. So, first things first then, we'll pick a point. Alright. We'll go from car park here. Alright, get that to there. And just here as well. So then we'll run straight down. I'll bring that up. To there. And then we'll obviously have one. Wiggling down to here. That kind of messed that one up, didn't it? So this is where I wanted to integrate all the little paths going around. Bring that down to there. And then what we do, I'm going to have to I'll allocate a lot of this stuff in there. So all these little kind of cul-de-sacs that originally did stick out are now going to all be intertwined and connected. You see what I mean? As a way to kind of keep everybody walking through and flowing. So while it doesn't look connected for the most part, it's all connected. It will be all connected. I've just then got to sort all the walkways out. So this is all fine. It all kind of comes together quite nice. This then. Run down to there. Straight down to here. Straight across. Straight down. All good, all good. We'll do a little one just to here. Run diagonal to just there. So a lot of them are just straight and kind of like don't really make much sense. But when we start adding all trees and stuff in, it will start like coming together slightly. And it'll be all integrated quite nice. So without the zoning, this is what it kind of looks like. This whole peninsula is like big buildings just in the middle of nowhere. But that's where we really need to get the zoning all in. I haven't even done the public transport systems yet. Haven't even touched upon them. So bend that a bit more anyway. All good, all good, all good, all good. Oh, I'm missing these two bits here. Right, hold on. I'll try my best without ruining anything. There we go. Try my best. And then we'll just do the crossings right now. Just do a couple of crossings in. You can only see people walking about, which is really interesting. So the argument is I don't want to get too many in. But then the argument, like I said, is I want to create as many crossings as possible to make it as walkable as possible. So 2 there, so you can just literally walk straight across that little section. Same just there. We'll do 1 staggered just here. I think that's as far as I want to take it, right? No, we'll do 1 here too. Or 1 there. Right, we got crossings just there. We ain't got to do any there. Same with there. Right, yeah, that's as far as I want to take it for now. Maybe here at worst and there. You walk, cross over. Yeah. Right, sweet. They've already got the foundations down for all these buildings around here, so they're going to slowly start building it. We'll now quickly sort out the water. Right, this is going to be very loose. Right, okay. Just for the sake of trying to get the water in as quick as possible. There we go. Power would kind of bring itself together quite naturally. So if I just kind of link that over to there. And then we'll zone the rest. So we're going to have a mixture of like offices and commercial is what we're going to do. So if I drop down some big office areas first. And then we'll go around sucking up all the commercial side of things. And I think I'm going to place some... I will place some residential up here. I think I will. So... I want stuff on the road, but I don't want stuff that demands or has high traffic demands. So I think running offices along here is probably the best bet for me. And then we kind of fill in these areas with the commercial because we are going to guarantee there's going to be a lot of shoppers and stuff like that around these areas. So I bulk it in the areas that I know we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. Like down here, for example. And it would be nice to get like some big apartments that kind of do then tower around all this area, which is where the high density is going to come from all of that. So nice big chunks of commercial there. I fill up right now around the hotel. All these little spots. So again, like I said, nice big chunks of commercial, more commercial down just to here. Which is going to provide a lot of jobs. So you kind of have to then balance out jobs with the residential side of things. So we'll go high density residential all the way through this. All the way through here as well. So this will be like phase 1 Let's just call it phase 1 right now of what we're doing. Because it's something completely out of the ordinary. So what we've been doing in the past in Woodville. This is really now taking it to the next stage. So kind of bulk all that up around there. Get some more residential around here. And we'll run a load around the edge up here too. Okay. So that's a big ask to build up this area so freaking quick. And it does still feel completely out of place at the moment. But in the long run, we can get it working. So we're going to try and integrate right now then the subway line underneath, the metro line. And we'll also integrate the tram line. So we'll have a stop, our first stop here. Our next stop just here. And that's all we'll do for them stops. Let me just pause. Now you might think we're going to make the tram line redundant. It will for certain areas, but the main goal of it is not to make it redundant. Damn, that is so low down, isn't it? It's to complement it, because there'll be certain stops on the tram line that you can get to that you can't get on the metro line. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. It's because we placed this in Anarchy. Has it done it to this one? Yeah. I gotta remember to stop placing metro lines in Anarchy mode. Because, you know, bad things happen then. So, fast forward then. I'll wait for that airport route now to update. To go through these 2 stops. We'll then add the 2 stops in on both sides. Yep, no, yeah. You guys working? Yeah? No? There we go. So that side and that side. So it will encourage a lot more people to use the transportation system. Then we can get in the trams. So it also requires me building a little tram depot, which again I can integrate within one of these areas. Which I think what I'll do is I'll integrate it in, for example, just here. So for this, we'll start here. So we'll have a tram stop there on both sides. We'll scoot down. Have one here. Have one here. So have one every so often. To really take advantage of these areas. Then have one there. Have one there. I'm doing it on both sides. I don't know why. I could really just get away with one. But I feel like just doing 2 anyway. To there. I think I'm going to go back and change it to 1. So that one is to kind of get out and go into it. This one's when you exit and you can jump on. I'm going to change it to 1 at the airport. There was no need for that additional one, was there? There we go. And that will satisfy all of that then. So give this the power that it needs. Also requires water. So we've got some trams on there, which again, all they're going to do is go back and forth through the middle. We have the subway stop that kind of lands there as well, but there's going to be some people who want to get to over here. So let's get, you know, so it all complements, it all overlaps, and that's the main thing. Now a bus route may also at the moment be quite handy. Just simply because it can be treated as an outer loop. So if I had a bus stop, for example, here, right, for the crossover for the subway, metro line and the tram line, and all the bus route did was just complement all of it and went round it as like a freaking ring road. So I stop that there, just kind of get it away from the junction a bit. And no other reason to it. Like I said, it just kind of drives round as a little ring road to scoop up a load of people. I could actually incorporate it to bring it further down, to be honest with you. So when it does stop, where does it stop over here? Again, it stops here. So why, instead, let me make it stop just there. So again, it's quite close to all of that. The next stop could be, let's say just there to kind of scoop up some peeps here. Maybe have a stop there. Then I'll move this one to here instead. So when I build up more over this side, we can then move that bus route a little bit further. But all that bus route is mainly there to do is to pick up everyone around the ring side, around the ring of these two stops, to bring them to them stops, to navigate them to where they need to go to. That is the sole purpose of that bus route. So power then. We do need to get this power connected. It's been way too long right now. What was the zoning I got in? Okay, so it would take a while for that zoning to get connected. So straight over. We'll bring this straight across as well. And so as it does build up those little bits there, do I just then kind of wait till the rest of the zoning kind of completes to get all these connected up? I could do. But I could also incorporate more kind of touristy things in many ways. Like right outside the hotel, some botanical gardens. Yes, please. And we also have. I could do like multi-story car parks as well. Oh, I gotta get the car parks in. I just forgot about that. I could do like Aqua Fun Park, the Ferris wheel. Restaurants is a big one. So maybe we drop a couple of restaurants outside of the hotel just there. Maybe outside of the other few buildings that we do have some more restaurants as well. Trying to squeeze in where we could like benefit from a restaurant. Restaurante. What else do this is the golf course stuff here. I don't think I've really got much to play with on that. I don't think I do. We've got... Nah, they won't work. Tourism stuff here. We've got a riding stable. Nah, they don't really work here. Like a skate park. Nah, that's not going to work either. Let me go to see what else. Oh, the cinema. I know we've already got a cinema in. But there's nothing wrong with throwing an additional cinema in. It's just a little bit larger than I expected it to be. So maybe I can squeeze a little cinema in just here. On that little corner section. And then maybe a beautiful Ferris wheel to kind of like finish the area off. Which will be quite nice. Or is that pushing it a bit too far? Might be semi-pushing it a bit too far, but I'll get some parking lots in. Where can I squeeze some parking lots? No, I don't want to add any more additional roads. I'll leave it for now because you're not really going to get the full effect until this whole area is built up. To understand what's missing, really, are we? So let me go back to the roads anyway, and let me try and squeeze in right now. We got the anarchy now turned on. Some of these parking lots that I've missed. So it's a little bit bigger than I want it to be, but it will work. It will kind of work. What's the 4 like? I've got 2 4s in there. Could you get away? You could, yeah. I mean, get away with 3, but that's like going over the top and placing in too many in. I'll just kind of dot them in like this. I don't mind. It's not like fully there. It's good enough at this point. All right, bam, bam. I think that one here, then I can actually maybe work with doing a 4. Probably could have got away with like a 6, 5 or a 6 as well. But leave it like that. So, did I do this one? No, I didn't do this side. And then... there we go. So it's just these little spots here now left. As funky as these little car parks are, they're going to be a godsend because all the road around it is with the trees, which you can't do any parking. The only parking you could do before these car parks was the parking at the current buildings. Leave it like that, Siniac, because again, you'll get too carried away. I'm going to let this kind of peninsula build up. So this is going to be really good because it's going to overlook the city. It's like the new and the old kind of combined as this kind of bulked area is going to look really, really good. Going to provide all the jobs, and also some of this stuff should be thrown on to the scheduling of the real-time mod, where we'll then hopefully start seeing more events happening, which could then lead to a few more issues over here. Because obviously the only way to get vehicles up here is these two roads. Already it's looking pretty busy. We do have traffic lights, so I think I'd do the bare minimum right now to kind of keep this as flowing as much as possible, just by simply turning off traffic lights. That is the bare minimum right now. I didn't realize there was traffic lights on the crossings. I mean, makes sense. I get it. But I didn't realize you can turn traffic lights off on them. Right, there we go. Like I said, bare minimum done. And then whatever issues arise, then we need to sort them out. So this is going to take a huge turn for Woodville right now. This is like entering a whole new era where we create this big plateau peninsula kind of high-tech, well, not high-tech, but like high-demand, high-tourist area, which is going to kind of overshadow a lot of the downtown section. But like I said, it should provide a lot of jobs. It really should. It will take a while to be all built up and complete. There's a lot more planes landing than normal. 883 people using the airport right now. But when you also account for stuff like 28 on this metro line here, the other one contains... Where's the other one gone? Have I gone past it? Oh, it's right here. I couldn't even see it. 56, which is not too bad. This little stop here, you can't even... I don't even think you can kind of tell. But I noticed there's a lot of people walking in the car park over there then. Cars are already starting to park up in the car park areas, which is looking good. People are walking about. It's going to be a pretty nice area. So all we kind of need to do on the old tree front, because we're using those wild conifers, bulk it up a bit more. I'll pause it. So I can't get too close to the airport. But I'm going to bulk this whole little section and area up right now. And then we'll use some of the other conifers as well. Is that a bit too close for this area? We'll clear the flight path area anyway. Get rid of the trees at the ends of the roundabouts. But yeah, and then again, it looks very overpopulated with trees, but as they build more and more stuff within this area, it will slowly get rid of the trees. And this area is going to look mighty fine. Oh my goodness me, look at the amount of people at the tram stop. Right, I'm gonna have to set a better idea up. Because I can see what the issue is straight away. So if I do this road, oh no, not underground, here. Oh, I should have done it one-way road. Because they're getting caught up between people trying to get into their vehicle and get on the tram line. There's a lot of people waiting there. Like a lot of people. Right, I'm going to move this to... Oh, wait, I can't move it because it's not a tram road. To here. Which is going to make all them people now disappear. But allows the trams to turn into there, allowing the vehicles to exit. And then the trams to make their way out when need be. Now, a lot of them will just simply walk to that tram stop. Well, that one's going to be a gunner. This one is going to get filled up with 90 people on board. You see how it works right now? It still allows me to kind of get the traffic out of here, right? Backing up. Yeah, I'm backing up this little section here, but you don't mind it too much. Because at least the people can get out. I don't know why that one... I think that one missed its stop and needed to go around again. These can all travel now out. Off they go. Keep it simple. Keep it easy. We Gucci, boys. We Gucci. So these are the trams that just need to go around the correct way again. Out they skedaddle. And now we're kind of getting rid of the backlog of the amount of peeps over here. That backlog is slowly going. Slowly going, boys. Over 1,200 people now using it. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But this area, it's just gonna get even more busy and busy and busy. So why is the current event right now? It's the football stadium, which is over here, the football stadium. Which, oh my god, how many games have we lost? Oh, they ain't doing too good, are they? They ain't doing too good, that football team. We'll have to sack them. Get rid of them, boy. Get rid of them right now. But yeah, not too shabby is the verdict. See, now we've kind of sorted that out a bit more. Look how many people are now using the airport. It's crazy, man. And the trams, off they go. Off they skedaddle. Off they go to do their thing. So, once we finish with this area, it's going to look pretty good. It is going to look pretty good right now. I'm already happy with how it's kind of turning out. It might have increased in employment quite a lot. Yeah, we now got 3,000 more jobs available, which does mean bringing in more residents, which they will slowly come in. They will slowly arrive and turn up. Don't worry about that. It's just the jobs appear a whole lot quicker. Population is growing slowly. We've eclipsed the 70,000 population mark right now. Slowly got more areas right over here to build with all that residential and slowly creep it all back up. But like I said, we're slowly getting there, guys. Slowly but surely, this is going to be a beautiful area. Now, what I will do is I will zone this area right now as its own area. And I want you guys in the comment section down below to give me a name for this brand new area that we've now just implemented on our plateau. So as of right now, there are nearly 3,000 workers living here. Working here. Living here. Nearly 2,000 in population. That's mad. That's real mad right now. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. There's more workers here than there are people living here. Really interesting. So guys, I think we're going to end it for here today anyway. That little bus route should be ticking along quite nicely. Before we do go, I do want to check out the new bus route I just added in, which will be bus line 8. How many people are waiting on that line? There's a fair few, so it is handy for some peeps. The tram route, the only tram line that we do have, 92 passengers, but we know there was a lot more. There's 200 at this stop. We know there's a lot more right now, so don't even go there, boys. And our most recent metro line, which would be Metro Line 6, right? Yeah. Has had... let me go back. 155 people using it. And again, as this area grows and grows and grows and grows, we're just going to get so many more people using the transportation systems, which are hooked up to the majority of Woodville, so everyone can get to where they need to get to. So freaking easy. So easy. So as you can see right now, guys, we do need to solve a few little issues here and there with the traffic management. No biggie. We can get that sorted. We can get it sorted, guys, but it's looking pretty damn jazzy, if you ask me. And I think on that note, guys, we're going to end for here. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.